You've heard the stories before. Rumor here, a folk tale there, but beneath the dust of centuries, something darker breathes. The story within the story. This is unearthed, because myths are not just remembered, they rise again. To the sister of the widow Jure Grando, I write to you with a heavy hand. 16 years have passed since we buried him in the churchyard of St. James, and yet Kringa still walks in his shadow. Your sister keeps her house as though he yet lived. Bread and wine for two, hair brushed as for a wedding night, candles burning until dawn. And on her body lies the proof, bruises, scratches, the shameful marks of an embrace no living man could give. We tried once to end him. We prayed as we struck the stake down, but it rang as if on iron. The coffin heaved, the wood split, and Ure did not yield. The men fled screaming into the dark, and none dare try again. If you have love for your sister still, come. For the villagers whisper of fire, of ropes. Their grief sharpens into rage, and when it breaks, they will not spare her. Kringa was a quiet village, but for 16 years its nights belonged to Jure Grando. Every evening Mira prepared. She brushed her hair until it shone. She laid bread and wine for two. She lit a single candle and waited. After midnight, the sound came. Sandals scraping against stone. A knock upon the door. Neighbors whispered of his grin. Neighbors whispered of his grin. Pale, twisted, lips drawn back over teeth that never decayed. And Mira bore the proof. Bruises on her arms, scratches down her shoulders. She endured them, or chose to, as though her vows had bound her beyond death. Summoned by the priest's plea, Mira's sister came to Kringa. She found a village hollowed by fear, children coughing, elders wasting, mothers whispering prayers at their doors. In Mira's house she found not sorrow but a strange radiance. Her sister's eyes gleamed with feverish light. When she begged, "Mira, you must let him go," Mira's whisper chilled her. "He comes to me. He lies beside me. His breath is cold, but it is his. He holds me until dawn. Death has not parted us." But every night of devotion was another night of plague. Each visit, another grave dug, another bell tolling over Kringa. At last the villagers gathered, torches, crosses, axes, and shaking hands. "If the graves hold him not," Father Giorgio said, "then we will drag him from her house." Their prayers were muttered, their eyes wild. This was no holy war, it was desperation. That night, Mira prepared as always, hair brushed, table set, candle lit. And when Jure stepped across the threshold, grinning, reaching for her, he was not alone. The villagers burst in. The priest raised his crucifix. Mira screamed, not in terror, but in fury that they had interrupted her. They thrust a stake at his chest. It bounced off with a crack of stone. Jure laughed, a sound like earth breaking open. Panic seized them. One man shouted, "It's not a man, it's the devil." Axes swung, hands pulled him apart. "Strike harder, don't let him rise." And then the blade fell. It struck bone. A scream erupted, shrill, unearthly, shaking the walls. Blood gushed across the floorboards of Mira's chamber. His head rolled free, the grin still fixed upon it. Only then did the scream end. The house fell silent. The priest whispered blessings. The villagers staggered back, crossing themselves. Mira collapsed, not freed, emptied, her last tether to life severed. In time, Kringa would whisper legend, Jure Grando, the first vampire of Europe. But those who had stood in that room remembered something else. They remembered the door barred against them. They remembered the bruises she never confessed. And above all, they remembered the devotion of a woman who loved too long. This was not Dracula. This was older, darker, and far more human. Because myths are not just remembered, they rise again.